My name is Laura, and for as long as I can remember, I have felt like a stranger inside my own family. I was never the daughter they waited for, never the one they praised, never the one they were proud of. I was simply the quiet girl who endured everything, the one who had to understand, to forgive, to stay strong. Growing up, I watched my sister receive all the love, all the attention, all the support. Everything she dreamed of was immediately provided, while I was always told to be patient, to stop dreaming too big, to accept reality. They used to compare me to her all the time, making me feel smaller with every word. And slowly, without realizing it, I started believing that I was worth less. But deep inside me, there was a fire that never went out. I wanted to become a lawyer, not for fame or money, but because I wanted to defend people like me, people who were silenced, ignored, and broken by those who were supposed to protect them. When I finished high school with excellent grades, I gathered all my courage and asked my parents to let me study in a private law university. It was my biggest dream. I still remember the hope in my eyes when I spoke. But their answer crushed me. Public university is enough for you, they said coldly. We're not wasting money on this nonsense. I accepted their decision in silence, but something inside me broke that day. I enrolled in a public university and promised myself that even if nobody believed in me, I would believe in myself. I studied harder than everyone. I worked day and night. I took unpaid internships, arrived first, and left last. I sacrificed everything: sleep, comfort, happiness. Yet one day, without any clear reason, I was suddenly dismissed from my internship. Just like that. No explanation, no gratitude. When my parents found out, they didn't support me. They blamed me. You must have done something wrong. You always complicate things. And my sister? She smiled in silence. What none of them knew was the truth. I had been secretly working with one of the most powerful lawyers in the country. He saw my potential, my intelligence, my determination. After years of hard work, he made me his partner and gave me 50% ownership of one of the biggest law firms in the nation. But it had to remain confidential until the right moment. So I kept living quietly, pretending to be ordinary, while my success was growing in silence. At home, I was treated like a burden. I was expected to pay bills, stay quiet, obey, and accept everything. Until the day they decided to force me into a marriage I never wanted. They didn't ask for my opinion. They only informed me like my life was a transaction. That was the moment I finally realized I was not living. I was surviving. So I left. No arguments, no tears, no explanations. Just a simple note on the table. I can no longer breathe in a place where I am not respected. From today, I choose myself. I cut all contact and disappeared from their lives. Months passed and my name began to rise in the legal world. My face was on news channels. My firm was handling one of the most important national cases. And one day, during a major press conference, I finally stepped forward and revealed who I truly was. Lora, the co-owner of one of the most powerful law firms in the nation. My family watched in shock. The daughter they ignored, the girl they broke, the silence they underestimated. But I felt no revenge, no hatred, only peace. Because for the first time in my life, I was not living for their approval. I was living for myself. And that is my story, not of revenge, but of rebirth. Not of weakness, but of strength. Not of loss, but of becoming the woman they never believed I could be.